Welcome to another edition of English Makes No Sense right here on the English Makes No Sense YouTube channel. It is I, SL Rockfish, so glad you could join me today. We're wrapping up the Halloween week. Ooh, yeah, so we're going to learn some English sayings, increase our English fluency, and maybe practice some sayings that we didn't know, whether we speak English as our primary language or as our second language. So, I hope you'll enjoy this video. If you like what you see, please subscribe or click on some other videos. I have ones about how to use the words bats in sentences, how ghosts. There's so many sayings in English language that have words in them that have nothing to do with what they mean. I know, it's crazy. So if you like what you see on this video, please check out some other videos. I would love to have you. Come on, let's begin. The word we're looking at today is bone. Oh my gosh, bone. What does it mean? So, we have 206 of them in the average adult. So I had. Yeah, 206. Sound effects included. Okay, so we have 206 bones in our body. They're our skeleton frame. And they make up a lot of sayings in the English language. So let me just give you a review. We have bone the verb. Yeah, it's a verb. When you bone a meat or fish, you take the bone right out. So it's bone the verb. Then we have bones. Here's a fun name. You know what a bone is, our bones in our body. And then another word for bones is dice. Like, it's a nickname for the word dice. So these can be called bones. You're going to throw some bones. I don't know. Maybe if you throw them a bone, that means send them a scrap. There's a saying, and I don't even have a flashcard for it. So, throw me a bone means to give me a little something, okay? Now, let's go with bone. We have bones in our body. Bone the verb, to take the bone out of the meat or fish. We have bones, another word for dice. Then we have, here's some sayings. Here we go, my friends. Bone dry. If something is bone dry, it's dry like the desert dry. Don't get bone dry dinners. They make you sad. Then we have to bone up on something. If someone says, I'm going to bone up on my skills, that means I'm going to study or review the subject or practice so I get better at it. To bone up. Why are you going to bone up? I don't know. Then we have bone weary. If you're bone weary, you're extremely tired, okay? After working all day, I was bone weary. I was tired to my bones, okay? Now, if someone says, hey, you want to go to the boneyard? Say no. The boneyard is the cemetery. Don't go to the boneyard unless you are visiting friends or loved ones who have passed away. So, boneyard is another name for cemetery. Then we have, here's a great one, sawbones. A sawbones is another name for a doctor or a surgeon. It's an old school term. I don't think too many people use sawbones today, but you might hear it once in a while in conversation, like, oh, you know, old doc so-and-so, or, oh, he's a real sawbones. He's a surgeon, or she's a sawbones. She's a surgeon. You know, close to the bone. I like bones, and my bones are close to my skin. I hope. But close to the bone is like when someone says a saying or a writing that kind of hurts your feelings. It makes you uncomfortable or insults you. Like someone says, oh, you know, da 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 da. You go, ooh, that cut close to the bone. That means it hurts you. It cuts you real deep. Okay? Then we have chilled to the bone. Chilled to the bone is just like it sounds. You're really, really cold. You're so cold, you feel it in your bones. Some people say they can feel the weather change in their bones. I don't know about that. Here's another, cut close to the bone. It's like when you cut back. So we're going to cut close to the bone, you know, because we're all in different economic straits with this corona pandemic and stuff. You're going to cut close to the bone. You're going to cut the fat out of your budget or out of your situation. Okay? Then we have, you could cut the prices to the bone. That means when somebody slashes the prices a lot, lowest price, we cut our prices to the bone. And we're not even butchers. Then if someone's really skinny, we say, whoo, they look like they're skin and bones. Very, very skinny. Not me. Then we have not a jealous bone in your body. That means you don't have any jealous. I don't know why we would have a jealous bone. I didn't know jealousy comes from your bones. But if someone's saying that you are not a jealous type of person, they say you don't have a jealous bone in your body. Here's one of my favorite. Make no bones about it. That means, yeah, you're correct. Not a mistake. Okay? No mistakes. Don't make a mistake. Make no bones about it. Something's going to happen. Then we have big boned. I used this a lot when I was a kid. I'm big boned. No, I was kind of fat. Maybe still am. Okay, big bone is sometimes used as an excuse for being kind of large. Like, oh, what? I'm not fat. I'm just big boned, or I'm not heavy. So, we don't use it a lot. But there is, if you look up the word big bone, it says you are wide boned. I did a Google search. A bone to pick or a bone of contention means a disagreement. My mom used to say this, I've got a bone of contention with you, Sarah. And I'd go, oh no. Or, I have a bone to pick with you. Why would I want to pick a bone with somebody? But if someone says they have a bone to pick with you, you're having a disagreement or an argument. Then here we go. The official definition of a bone. Are you ready? Bones. Any piece of whitish tissues making up the skeleton in humans or vertebrates, or the framework of something. So like the first one was, in the vertebrae or humans, and then the framework of something, like we built the skeleton of a house and then we put the walls around it. Okay? And then here's one, pull a boner. I know, some of you already know this one, but in the family friendly era, it's to make a mistake. I am family friendly, so that's what it means, to make a mistake. And then here's my favorite bones. Bones, if you ever watched the old Star Trek, the original, Dr. Leonard McCoy. Look it up. Google it. Okay? Now, as you know, I got to have a little verse. So stay with me. I got to scratch my ear. I got to work on some bones. Are you ready? Bones. There are approximately 206 in the human body. They form our frame. You know they do. Without them, we would be a sack of flesh goo. Ew, who wants to be flesh goo? A bone is a noun and even a verb. Let's just see if you have heard of these sayings and what they mean. Listen now as I stream. You know I have to have a stream of consciousness. Here we go. Ready? A boneyard is where we bury our bodies. Chilled to the bone means we're cold as can be. A boneyard is a cemetery. Disagree? Then you have a bone to pick. If you're skin and bones, perhaps you are sick. No, that just means that you're really skinny. Need to bone up? Then you have to study. With me so far? Should I slow it down? I don't want to read too fast. You work so hard your eyes are blurry. It could be you are bone weary. When something is said that causes you harm, we say that cuts you close to the bone. There now prices can be there too. You work your fingers to the bone? What did you do? I don't work my fingers to the bone. You worked really hard, and that is not all. Make no bones about it. In fact, stand tall. Make no bones means you are correct. When you make your bones, you earn respect. But what say you if you pulled a boner? Then you made a mistake. You're not a goner. To pull a boner has other meanings too, but I'm family friendly, so that won't do. I hear the bones, they may start to rattle if I go on much more with this prattle. So let me leave you here and say, make no bones about it, I'm on my way. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you watching, and I would like to make sure we could say, I have a bone to pick with you, make no bones about it. Try to use a couple of them in your, when you're talking to people today. Or say, whew, I am chilled to the bone. Or if you see somebody super skinny, you're skin and bone. But whatever you do, you try to use one of the sayings. Rewind, go back, take a look at it. There's so many sayings with bone, I didn't even get all of them. Why? I don't know, because it's English. So come on, English. Practice it. Enjoy the video. If you like, subscribe. Share it with friends. Come back, check out some other videos. Thanks. See ya. Peace.